focusing on that. Don't let the moment get away. It's this minute matters with Tame. 60 seconds flat. That's the deal. No fluff, no filler, just authentic, seamless, practical solutions, real gems for real players. Every minute you learn, you win. This minute matters. Your turn. This minute matters. It's the minute for your next big idea. This minute matters. Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for taking this Minute Matters with me right now. It's been an incredible journey. I'm on day 4, actually. And today I'm doing some self-discovery. And it started yesterday, but it kind of spilled over into today. And so I want to share this with you is that a lot of times in our lives, because we don't want to take the blame for anything, it is so important for us to tell the truth to ourselves. So when something bad happens, we want to blame this person did this, and this person did this, and this person did this. But really, naturally, what I had done wrong in business was that my mom passed, and I looked to my staff and I looked to clients to try to consult me and to be there. And that was a no-no. Like, I should have never went to them for something so heavy, because they weren't there to provide compassion or empathy or even sympathy for what I was going through. They were there to get what their money was spent on. And I made a huge mistake. And so they saw the superhero Tam fall apart. And when that happened, that just blew up my whole business. Because see, certain people in your life, they're not there to see your vulnerable moments. And you have to have boundaries. So today it was self-discovery and learning that if I would have had boundaries, I would not have looked to my clients to provide me with something that they were not responsible for, that I was supposed to deliver to them what I said I could believe in or what I deliver. And that was supposed to be driven by results. And so a lot of times when we get into situations, just remember that you gotta be completely, I'm talking about naked, transparent, vulnerable, everything with yourself. You can tell people whatever you want to tell them. But when you begin to become vulnerable and transparent with yourself, a lot of that untreated trauma just starts to fall off. A lot of that narcissistic behavior, everybody did this, starts to just break. And then your real you starts to connect with the subconscious and say, whoo, I'm so happy I got rid of that. And baby, that's what happened. So today was self-discovery, taking responsibility, and creating boundaries. So in business, that never happens again. So when somebody says, Tam, how in the world do you get $1 million and something dollar television platform and you still own it, and you're going through what you're going through? Because I wasn't willing to sit down and say to myself, Tam, you could fight it in the wrong people. You made your clients, your friends, and your family. And then when they didn't give you the sympathy and the conditions of love that you thought they should have given you because they called themselves friends, you got angry with them and you closed the door and you backed away from relationships. And if I could say anything to them right now, I'd probably say, I'm really, really sorry. And I apologize that I put the heaviness of my life on your life. So let's get into my lab. And I'm going to have my wonderful Delilah, AI, help you understand what this article is about. So while I've been out here dealing with my internal, I've also done some external work in the lab. So we're going to jump into the lab. But this time, honey, I could have blew up the whole entire company with what I was trying. For the first time in my life, I never, ever, ever, ever engaged in something that I can't figure out or it is not a proven system. But in order for me to be an originator and not a duplicator, I decided to go in the lab. Check this out.
The beta that might blow the roof off or blow up the lab. Let's be honest, innovation is a beautiful kind of madness. Right now, I'm deep in one of those this could either shock rocket my dream or blow up months of caffeine, capital, and courage moments. I've just launched a beta testing initiative that folds creative alchemy into digital technology, melding PR, content, and brand placement through something I call CMA, Cross Media Advantage. In under 3.5 weeks, This experiment, let's call it controlled chaos with metrics, has pulled in over 60,000 organic views and listens across snack-sized content bites. These snack bits were deliberately baked into the ecosystem, strategically stacked, sprinkled, and served across OTT, CTV, Substack, and podcasting platforms like Apple Podcasts and iHeartRadio. The result? A ripple effect of measurable visibility that outperformed standard campaign case studies in both reach and retention. The art of baking it in. Think of CMA as the marketing version of baking chocolate chips inside the cookie instead of sprinkling them on top. Each media layer, podcast, video, article, interview, becomes an ingredient already fused with the brand's DNA. That's what I call cross-pollination, placing your message across multiple platforms in a way that feels organic, not invasive. The audience doesn't just see your brand, they encounter it again and again in trusted contextual spaces. CMA explained. Most marketers live by CPM, cost per thousand impressions. That's like renting a billboard on a highway and hoping your dream customer drives by. CMA cross-media advantage is different. It's like owning prime real estate on the busiest intersections of media. Instead of fleeting ads, your brand gets fixed, repeated exposure across multiple channels where your ideal audience already hangs out. We're not chasing clicks. We're building familiarity, trust, and conversion through repetition, the psychological trifecta that drives actual buying behavior. Why cross-pollination works. Recent industry analyses by Harvard Business Review and Nielsen show that multi-platform campaigns deliver 24% higher recall compared to single-platform exposure and 31% stronger purchase intent when brands appear across several touchpoints. Also, 45% increase in trust association when integrated storytelling aligns visuals, audio, and social narrative. In other words, when a brand shows up everywhere, their consumer listens, watches, and scrolls, it becomes impossible to ignore. The pros, and let's be honest, the cons. Pros of CMA cross-pollination, cons if you can call them that, builds repetition equity. Your message doesn't vanish after one post, requires intentional design and consistent narrative tone, creates contextual trust by appearing in aligned media spaces, demands collaboration across multiple teams or creators, provides measurable ROI through fixed visibility, not fleeting impressions. Slower burn. This is marathon marketing, not microwave metrics. Amplifies brand intimacy, audience's experience, not just see your content. May intimidate those addicted to quick-hit CPM dopamine. The disruption on the horizon. The days of chasing algorithms are over. CMA is rewriting the marketing playbook. It's not about outshouting competitors, it's about outlasting them through smart repetition and psychological imprinting. Because let's face it, consumers don't remember what they see once. They remember what they feel repeatedly. The future of marketing isn't more noise, it's precision frequency. It's trust on loop. In closing, this beta test might break the internet or break me, but either way, it's rewriting how visibility, velocity, and verification work together. Because when you bake brilliance into every layer of your media stack, you don't just go viral, you go vital.
It's this minute matters retain. 60 seconds flat. That's the deal. No fluff, no filler, just authentic, seamless, practical solution.